of weeks ago, I went to Rollout Roll Call in Southampton, which was also twinned this year, excuse the pun, with Twins of Power, the He-Man and She-Ra convention. So on one side you had G.I. Joe Transformers, which are two properties which go very well together, and on the other hand you've got one that I maybe haven't been into as much over the course of the last 10 years, which was He-Man and She-Ra. But seeing all the He-Man classics toys all in one place, just seeing them on a shelf at retail effectively, wetted my whistle. And I kept thinking, do you know what? I might get one of these toys this weekend. Then my friend Dom, who's one of the traders there, Dom Blanco, came up to me and says, "Glenn, I've got something to show you." And he showed me a vintage Castle Grayskull that was part of his collection, and said, you know, would you be interested? So obviously I asked the question price, to which he said, "Oh, it's about 40 quid." And after seeing this thing, 40 quid is, number one, a pittance, number two, pennies, and number three, thank you so much, Dom, for giving me, effectively, this toy. I'm going to show you guys just how good this toy was and is, and why it's probably the best playset that's ever been made, in my opinion. It's such a good toy, and it's in such good condition. Let's go and have a look, shall we? Okay, so here we have, in all its glory, Castle Grayskull. Look at its mighty visage and weep. Oh yes, this, my friends, this is the good stuff. You have a door which moves. You've got two eye holes. You've got the old turret up there with the laser gun on it, and you also have the flag. This side of the power sword for Skeletor. On that side, sort of representing the power sword for good for He-Man there. Pretty much like the show. The show did try and emulate it as much as possible. So you've got this turret here, slightly shorter than that turret there. You've got this the window that the sorceress would often fly out as Zoar in the cartoon. And very nice detailing on all of this front part side of it. You've got all the brickwork down here, the jaw bridge very, very nicely rendered. The teeth on the jaw door of the jaw bridge there, the eye holes and whatnot. The good chubby little cheeks there. But yeah, like I say, very, very nice, good brickwork, in great condition. What can you say, really? I'll have a quick look at the back first. So on the back, you didn't often see it on the cartoon at all, but obviously you've got the little, the keep, as it were, another little window there that's not cut out. You've got the window there that is. Again, very nice detail, very nice brickwork. If you have a look, you can see all the tiles on the roof there, on both of those. And again, lovely greens, greys. When they say Grayskull, they don't really mean grey, they mean green, because you've got this very light neon green here. You've got the sort of blue-grey colour. And just, it looks nice. It's even got the little detail of the little iron circle, the little iron loop there that you would put rope through if you're climbing up, I suppose, or I don't know. You have got a carry handle as well. This, obviously, a lot of kids, and I'm assuming... Thanks, Ked. I'm assuming everybody who had this as kids did the same thing and used it as a carry case for their toys. I know I did, certainly, all the time. I did. Okay, so, looking around, let's pop it into shot again. I do have a toy that I'll be using for this, and it's one that was very kindly given to me by Mr. Don Blanco, as was Castle Grayskull, practically. We, of course, have tri-klops, one of my favourite Masters toys, rendered brilliantly. Still in great condition, I'm amazed. He looks great. But we need his sword, primarily. Whoops. We need his sword. Why do we need his sword? Well, if I had Skeletor, then the whole conceit was that Skeletor's power sword and He-Man's power sword, you only ever got half of them with each figure. So as to put them together, and then that would unlock the door of Castle Grayskull for Skeletor, revealing the secrets of the Castle Grayskull to him, and having him sort of take over the universe. So what you were meant to do was take the sword, let's say if that was the power sword, that goes into the little keyhole there. Push that across like so. Oh, the jaw of the drawbridge comes down. Now, if you have a look at this thing, you will see. Let's pop Castle Grayskull back a bit so you can actually see the detail on there. You've got, oh look, it works as a pointer. You've got all the teeth, the molar. You've got all the you've got the fangs there, the front teeth, the incisors and whatnot, and a tongue. I love the fact that you get a bit of a tongue with it. That is so cool, and you can see just a glimpse of what the secrets of Grayskull might be inside. So I think now is as good a time as any to have a look. Just pop tri-klops down there. To open Castle Grayskull is very simple. You've got two little thingies there. You open them. You open up Castle Grayskull, and the beauty is revealed. Let's pop it a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Now then, I will use tri-klops for a bit of this. You have a lift with a cardboard insert in there. Note, all these cardboard inserts are original and perfectly intact. This is why I couldn't believe that Dom basically gave this to me for pennies, because everything in here is original and intact. Brilliant stuff. So, I'll tell you what I'll do. Let's have a little bit of a closer look. So, you have the full elevator lift down there, like so, with the cardboard insert of the little weapons rack. More on that in a bit. You've got the computer, because I'm assuming that this area was always supposed to be the sorceress's lab as such. You've got the battle suit there. Now, in the cartoon, Marlena Glenn basically came from Earth and wore a suit very much like that when she crashed on Eternia. Now, I always thought that perhaps was the thinking. That's what they wanted that to be. Not sure, probably not. You have what looks like a carpet on there. I wonder what that does. We'll find out later. We've got the throne that Zodak would usually sit on in the cartoon. The back side of the turret there. And in here, you have the dungeon with all kinds of means and nasties and God knows what else in there. I always liked that. Sort of like the bear of Eternia. Shut up, bulkhead. And there you go, more interior detail. I mean, like, so the detail in this thing is amazing. So, first off, we're going to try the elevator. And for this, we have Tri-klops again, who has invaded Castle Grayskull. And he's very angry about it. He's not got his good eyes working. So, obviously you put them in there. And then you've got this little gargoyle up top there, which you pull on. Or which should pull on. Okay, you pull on that and the character goes up. Now I always like the fact that it went up pretty much, you know, without a hitch really. The characters were big enough to fit, the hole was big enough for the characters. It wasn't a case of they would fall down halfway through and they'd actually stay up. See, and then that happens. Of course, but generally, I mean, if you put them on there, and even if you lower them down, lowering is always a bit different than bringing up, but there you go. You get the idea. Oh, thanks, Tri-klops. Like I say, you can fit him in the chair. They do fit in the chair. Normally, like I say, would be Zodak, but this time it's Tri-klops. But, hark, Glenn, you say. And this totally isn't going to work. That looks like a rug there. So if you stand him on the rug, what's supposed to happen? He's supposed to fall through. Let's see if it actually works. Remember, this is 30 years old. Doesn't work. But what basically happens is the chair obviously releases the little tab that holds that in. And then that happens. That never happened even when I was a kid, if I remember correctly. But yeah. Like I say, reset that. And there you go. Good to go another day. But yeah. So yeah. Obviously Tri-klops or Skeletor, you could always stand one of the villains on there and that would fall through. And they'd fall to the ground. and everybody would laugh because much merriment was had. Now then, let's pop that over there. Castle Grayskull didn't just come with all this. I mean, this is intact, this is great, this is lovely, I'm loving it. But it came with other things. For instance, it came with a ladder. Very long ladder. And that always, when I was a kid, went there. And stayed there. You've also got this fighting trainer thing. I'm sure there's an actual name for this. And I always want to say ballista, but it's not ballista because that's like a catapult. But again, lovely detail on the bottom. You've got the clawed feet and the pig face and just like a fist. I always thought it was a fist when I was a kid. And what you're supposed to do is whack it and it goes around like so. So you're supposed to... That's so your characters can train. Now then, the one thing that people always say is missing or that has bits missing off it is the weapons rack. And lo and behold, I has a weapons rack. Not only do I have a weapons rack, but it is an intact weapons rack with all the bits on it. Which James Eatock, He-Man fan extraordinaire and complete and total expert, was very impressed by. So, that shield never stays on, so I will keep the shield off. The problem with the weapons rack is that none of the bloody stuff stays on when you're holding it. And I had that problem as a kid. I remember the frustration. Right, so I'm not going to take any of this stuff off because it will take forever. But you get a mace, you get an axe, you get a bigger axe, you get a spear, you get a halberd, you get a sword, you get a laser rifle, and you get like a laser pistol. And completing the set, you get a shield. Like so, which is quite amazing. Now it goes in that bit and it doesn't really stay in. There you go. But yeah, the weapons rack comes full. And get a better look at it. So yeah, I mean, just to have that all back again and for the pittance I paid for it is amazing. I mean, I absolutely loved this toy as a kid. I really did. I adored it. And still do. I am so happy to have it. And it's such a good playset. It's probably still the best playset of the 80s because of its size, because of its intricacy, just because of everything that comes with it. And it looks good. It looks imposing. It looks meaty. It looks like something that you'd want to play with. I absolutely love it. I can't get enough of just looking at this thing and just remembering the joy I had as a kid playing with this thing. So, I mean, if you can get hold of one, it doesn't really matter what condition it's in. If you can get hold of one, I can't advise it enough. If you had one as a kid, obviously the new one's coming out. That's going to cost loads of bloody money, which I one day might get, but I'm not going to build my hopes up for that one, frankly. It's going to cost a lot of money, but this is so much fun. It's such a treat to have again. So thank you, Dom, so much. I'll be back with more Masters of the Universe stuff because I have to admit I'm getting into it again. It's just nice to be able to see this stuff. So yeah, I'm after vintage, I'm after new classic stuff. I just think it would be great just to have a bit of a Masters collection again. It's wetted my whistle as this. And if only I could get tri-klops to stand up. There we go. It's wetted my whistle for more. So yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you so much for watching. I shall be back very, very soon. I have been Dreadwind. This has been Dread Tidings. Enjoy. Bye-bye for now.